Okay.
Hey, Lucas. Hi.
Hey.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey, David.
Hey everyone.
Hey, Mike.
Guess while we wait, does anyone want to be a scribe?
I can be scribed today. My update will be pretty quick, so I think it's as good a time as any for me to be scribed.
Okay. I can try to take notes during your section then. And I will link the notes. It looks like we likely have a relatively short agenda, so if you have anything, certainly feel free to add whatever you'd like to talk about. Hey, Kavindu, would you be able to quickly talk about the metrics pieces, maybe the naming?
Yeah, so there is an ongoing discussion.
But I just mean like, I'll add you to the list if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. And I'll add that link. So I'll add that link to the list. So basically we have an ongoing discussion about metrics naming, and right now it focuses on flag deep, but seems this will also impact our metrics hook implementation, because there are some suggestions from Atal community and so on about how we should name the metrics and the accepted format. So if you are interested, you can check the link. I'll also post it in this chat, so for easy reference, or else I added it to the meeting notes already. So yeah, if you have thoughts, please feel to share. But yeah, it's about standardized naming and be aligned with the same semantic conventions for naming. Yeah.
All right, cool, thanks. Yeah, looks like no new first time attendees, so we can move right on to David's section then.
Yeah, so I don't know if it makes too much sense actually today, given that we're quite a reduced number, but yeah, looking in general for volunteers and or on the GC or in general to contribute to the incubation proposal, as we finally have a sponsor from the TOC, so we can finally start moving forward with that. So if anyone is looking to contribute there, happy to work together on this. So I think it would be, you know, nice to aim for KubeCon North America, but even if it doesn't happen by then, I think it's fine anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much everything on my side. I'll still add the link to the incubation proposal.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give a really quick update on 060 implementation. I know Kavindu's been working a lot on the Go implementation. Lucas worked a lot on the JavaScript one. I've been working on Java, which Kavindu also helped with, and Lars Opitz, I believe is how you pronounce his last name, from eBay, have also contributed to that. It's taken a long time to do events. Events is pretty complicated. The main challenge, honestly, is especially with multiple providers, there's basically a lot of mapping that has to be updated dynamically with new providers and with new clients. So that can get really complicated. Maintaining kind of the right event pipelines between event communication between those is a challenge. But yeah, I'm nearly completing the Java implementation, and I've been working with Kavindu as well on the Go implementation, or just kind of reviewing as he writes it and getting some input from him. So I'm feeling pretty confident that can be done this week, or at least code complete this week and ready for review. I do have a draft PR out there. I'm reworking it significantly, so I wouldn't pay too much attention to that right now. I think that's really my only update. The 060 stuff. Obviously, we need to do .NET too. I think .NET will end up looking fairly similar to Java, so I can take a crack at that if nobody else wants to. But yeah, I think that's it. David, could I just going back to your last point? What exactly are you looking for volunteers for from the GC? Like, what is the specific ask? I'm not sure if I got that.
So because there's some parts of the incubation proposal that are, let's say, things that need to come either from the GC or actually even from the TC actually. So we have like the whole section on future plans, stuff like that, where we really need to like put in where the project is kind of going. I mean, I can put stuff in there, but it still makes sense that someone from the GC or technical committee has a look at it.
Could you maybe like if there's like a link or something like that you can maybe you can post it here and in the Slack channel as well around the specific requirements. I also know there's adoption requirements too, right? So we have to worry about that as well. And we might want to think about, like, do we have to announce that to the wider community to get like insight for input from people that they've
We already have
adopted,
enough technically all
Yeah.
posted. It's but the more we get, the better, of course.
Yeah, so I'll add the part that would need GC and TC support, which is really the future plans and stuff. Sorry, I interrupted someone.
No, maybe I also interrupted you. So, so I was wondering for this, we have some larger clients, like mostly from Germany, that are using it, that one could see if they are fine naming them. I'm actually not sure, but would something like this then be interesting? Like, it's mostly insurances and I think electrical generation. That could be quite interesting, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you know of companies that are using, it would also be great if you can, check with them if they're okay being mentioned, but we can add them to the adopters page. Actually, that would be really useful, and then happy to reach out to them to get a bit more of a story of how they're using it and so forth.
Yeah, for some of them I can clarify that because they're actually kind of my clients, so we can find that out. Yeah, maybe that would be cool.
Yeah, exactly. And Stacy even shared the link in the chat where you can find the adopters that we have for now. But yeah, I'll oh, okay. Sorry. So we can add it to GitHub. Yeah, I think that's everything on my side, unless there are any other questions. I'll also maybe ping you again, Lucas, to see if you have any updates then in a few days, and I'll also try to share this again on the Slack channels. Yeah, everything from my side. Thanks.
All right, cool. And then Todd, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's really all I had. I don't have any additional updates.
Cool. And that's basically the last part of the Java SDK. Once events are in, we're essentially good to go for a release, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Cool. Just a reminder, I did link the notes in there. So if anyone has any agenda items, please feel free to add them. I just want to give a real quick update. If you've been to the OpenFeature website recently, you'll see that there's a ecosystems page now. And basically that's just built on hard-coded basically lists of providers and hooks. But it kind of it actually uses the Algolia search interface. So I think it like kind of looks decent. And you can filter and try to find out who like what providers exist for what languages and things like that. So that is live. It's pretty easy to update and add new ones now. There's a couple follow-up tasks that we'll have to knock out, and we'll have to think about it once client side support is officially merged in. But those are like the last, I guess, remaining like polish that I'm aware of. So if you have anything that you'd like added, let us know. But that's out there and available. And one cool thing about it is it does store like your facet filters as part of the URL. So you could include that, in links and directly link to like, this vendor supported in these languages or whatever you'd like. So that is available. Yeah, any questions on that? That's like Kavindu's already talked about the metric stuff. So that's really basically all we have on the agenda item, unless someone wants to add something. So we have plenty of time.
I had a really quick question about the ecosystem page, or not directly about it, but we also have the old technologies page. I think we might have kind of discussed this, but it feels a bit redundant now. Do you think we should get rid of that or what?
I created an issue to basically use the same data source to build that. So it doesn't bother me too much to have it there, but it also is redundant, certainly. So yeah, whatever we want to put there. I'd actually probably prefer to expand on that existing like SDK page to include more information. Like now, for example, like the JavaScript README has a lot of like nice install context and a little descriptions of what it is and the latest versions and all that. That I think would be more valuable than what we have currently. So yeah, possibly expanding on that section and then consolidating it, because we could easily link from there back to like the filtered ecosystem page as well.
You had a link to that issue you mentioned here, because I'd like to look at that, and maybe some other people would too.
Yeah,
I definitely don't want to maintain two lists, but also
no,
I kind of like
it would be very, very easy to change it. In fact, I started on it, but there's a couple of things that we'll have to figure out. So I'll link that in a second. But yeah, anyone else have anything? Feel free to add anything, or if you have any questions, we have time. Here's the issue, by the way.
Feels like a
Maybe
quiet
we can-
Thursday.
Maybe we can finish up earlier than, yeah, it's a summer Thursday, so.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, sounds good.
You need to say the magic words at the beginning next time. It's going to be a short meeting.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Dan, you got
Okay,
anything? I
thanks,
haven't seen
everyone.
you in a while.
Yeah.
No.
How's it going? No, nothing top
All
of
right.
mind.
Cool. All right. Well, good to see you again. And yeah, we'll talk to everyone later. See ya.
You
Thanks,
get over the
Bye,
short meeting.
Slack.
Have a good one.
Okay.
All right. Bye.